So the next stop's Murray. You know, looking forward to that one. We had an event a year ago, plus a couple of weeks. So I think it's going to be real similar. I think it's going to be a lot of the same stuff, you know, points. There'll be somebody that finds something, somebody in the top 10 that finds something off the wall. But I really think that 9 out of the top 10 are going to come just on those points, secondary points, main lake points, topwater fishing, you know, dragging the Carolina rig, a lot of the same ways they caught them. I'm having a good trip to Florida. You know, I just, yeah, I'm in it to try to win it, but you know, you just want a good finish to be able to keep moving forward. The thing that's kind of tough about this is we've had an event prior. You know how it's going to go down. You know. It's just a weird lake because it has a lot of herring and stuff in it, and they just don't act like normal fish. You know, you can't just pick up a flipping stick and start going down docks and feel like that you have a chance to do good. So, I mean, those fish, they think about two things. 350 days out of the year, they think about eating herring, and the other 2 weeks, they think about spawning, and that's their life cycle. So they're a little tougher to catch, but good thing is when you get them going, you know, you should be able to catch them. But for sure, 9 out of the top 10 is going to come the same way it did last year, running points with topwater, jerk baits, all that kind of stuff. You know, looking at the map here, there's just, I mean, this thing has tons of islands, tons of points everywhere, and this is a lake where if it looks good, it is good. Like this big flat point right here, you can just see, you know, a lot of shallow water right there. It's on the main lake. Any of these right there, and I feel like the more water, you know, the shallower the water is, the bigger the chance of having a bigger school is there. They just get up there on top and herd them up almost like wolves, and be able to school and get a lot of bait. So, you know, typically this mid-lake region around takeoff does really good. You can see a lot of the waypoints on there that I loaded up from last time. But typically this mid-lake section is where a lot of fish are caught. So the practice recap for Murray, it's going to be real similar, or practice was for me on offshore fishing. Like you pull up, you see some, you get a bite, you really don't know what lives there. I didn't catch a bunch. I feel like what I did was I tried a lot of different things, and it just comes back to the same thing as it was last year. I mean, just, you know, points close to spawning areas, main lake points, they're schooled up, they're chasing herring. And, you know, it's kind of one of those deals where if I can get on a decent place, I might sit there all day. You know, had a good finish, had 2 good finishes in Florida, need another good finish at Murray to kind of keep it going, stay up there real good in the points. So I feel like if I catch them, you know, it's going to be on a spook, you know, some kind of jerk bait maybe. But I feel like you're going to have to land on them with the spook to be able to catch them. So we made the long drive home from South Carolina, mowed grass, came out here on the lake, gonna do some fishing. Just feel like it's one of those deals we got to get better. And I knew how it was gonna go down before. You know, this is one of the times I was not surprised how it was gonna go down. You know, we had a really good first day. Everything just clicked. I mean, I got on a good starting spot. I caught some, moved around, culled, came back. You know, and I don't even know what place we're in. Top 20, I know, maybe top 10. But just everything worked perfect the first day. And then the second day, it was almost like I've never fished before. You know, I wasn't able to fish any of the things that I wanted to fish because other boats were there. And that's part of, you know, flip-flopping the draw. And I wanted to work my way on up the river. I just felt like they were easier to catch up there. And I knew I didn't need a lot of weight to make the cut, but you know, that heavy rain and that dirty water coming down, it I just couldn't catch anything, and I ended up running around crazy pretty much the entire last day. I think I had 2 bites all day long, and only caught 2. So it was one of those that, you know, you come home, you're punching the steering wheel because you just, I mean, I knew during the day that I was just flustered and running around crazy, but I just never got settled in like I did that first day, and it cost me. I mean, I went from top 20 to bottom 20, and probably going to drop, I hadn't even looked at the points, probably going to drop 20 points in Angler of the Year, and right back close to the Classic where you're going to be clawing on those last 4 tournaments. And it's scary because the next 2 in Alabama, they're not going to be easy. I mean, Wheeler's fishing good, but still it's going to be an offshore, get on the right spot. They're just not going to be easy. So jump on ActiveCaptain here and I'll kind of show you where it all went down, and maybe you can catch more than I caught. You catch more than 2, you caught more than I caught the last day. So just like I thought, you know, this center region is pretty, I mean, I know that's where it was won at for the most part, but this is just where a lot of the fish were caught. I don't know anybody that caught a lot way up the river. There was some caught down by the dam, but I mean, if you're going there, or if you're on a herring spawn lake, these flat points, the mouths of the bays, around the heads of these islands and stuff, that's where a lot of, that's just where they get. You know, they get up there, they can slide off in deep water, come up there and herd the herring up and be able to eat a bunch. So that's, I mean, everybody knew it, I knew it, made a bad decision the second day, but that's how it went down.